Do you remember a few weeks ago when it was time to just drop Cam Akers? Like, he maybe wasn't even going to play again this season. And last week, he ousted a lot of teams from their fantasy football semifinals because he was just dominant. You say go ahead, fire him up this week. And also, you got a guy here that's on my waiver wire list.
Yeah, that's right. And we'll start off with Cam Akers, who was tremendous. You want to talk about a nice Christmas gift? There you go. 3 touchdowns. He's averaging 19 fantasy points in his last 4 games. He's seeing most of the backfield touches at about 45% clip in the last 2 weeks. The Chargers have allowed the 8th most points to running backs in that Battle of Los Angeles. Cam Akers is a flex, and he's a really good one. And now Tyler Allgeier, who I can't believe was available in around 50% of leagues on Yahoo heading into the week. But he's got a really good matchup this week against the Cardinals. I mean, only the Colts have given up more fantasy points to running backs in the last 4 weeks. And Allgeier is seeing about a 35% touch share over the last 2 weeks. He is a strong flex, maybe even an RB2 in this very positive matchup.
This is kind of how the fantasy football finals work. I love that now we're going to go to your sit list, and you've got 2 guys who were drafted in the 1st and 2nd round. And we just talked about Cam Akers and Tyler Allgeier might be the ones to help lead you to a fantasy championship, but you say Najee Harris and ALVIN KAMARA, be careful.
Be careful, right. Listen, I know you got to play both of them. I get it. Like, I have to play them too. But in DFS, I'm avoiding them, and the matchups are not good. Right? I mean, Harris is going to be tough to sit. I understand that. You just got to temper expectations against the Ravens. I don't think that this is going to be a high-scoring game. I think it's going to be a defensive battle. Neither quarterback is very good in this contest. And the Ravens have allowed the 7th fewest fantasy points to running backs overall. So beware Najee Harris. And beware ALVIN KAMARA. And last week, he finally had a good game, Jen. He had 19 points. Pretty good, right? But he had failed to score more than 12.4 points in his previous 4 games. And he's been held to single digits 4 of his last 8 games. And what I fear in this game is that the Eagles are going to boat race the Saints. It's going to be a negative game script, and they don't throw the ball to KAMARA anymore. So he is an RB2 at best this week, maybe a flex at worst. He's still startable, but the matchup is not good. And remember, the Eagles have all those interior defensive linemen back, so they're not as terrible against the run as they were maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago.